let me give you a little example about the amount of cuts that would be provided on average to some seniors through this. Benefits for someone who is 75 years old would see $658 less a year. If you're 85 years old, you would see $1,147 less a year. If you're a 95-year-old, you would see $1,622 less a year. And for our 3.2 million disabled veterans in this country who sacrificed for our country, it means they would see reduced disability and Social Security benefits as well. And these cuts grow deeper and deeper, as I explained, as the older you get, but they also are especially hard on women in this country. Women have longer life expectancies, they rely more on them for Social Security, and they already are more economically vulnerable than men. Let me give you an example of what this means in real terms. My mother is 84 years old. My father died in 1991, and she has been alone all those years, living on Social Security. Right now, I called her. I asked her specifically what she gets from Social Security every month. She gets $1,101 a month. That comes out to $13,212 annually. Now, I asked her to break out her expenses for me. I went through every possible expense that we could, just to get an idea what it's like to be 84 and to be on a modest income. I grew up in a lower middle class family. She's already gone through most of her savings, living to 84, and her mother lived to 101. Should her genes hold out, her savings will definitely not hold out to that amount of time. First of all, her utilities, her gas and electric and her water bill comes to $130 a month. Her groceries, she said she spends $40 to $50 for groceries and other essentials a week. That comes to, on average, $180 a month. Her health care, the average senior's health care is 20 to 30% of their income. That's why the change CPI is especially hard on seniors, because it's such a large percent of their income, because so much of their income goes to health care, whether it's co-payments, prescription drugs, or other needs. So at that income of $13,212, let's just go right down the middle. Take 25%, that's $275 on average a month. Her car insurance and home insurance is out to $77 a month. Her property taxes are $3,285. She's fortunate. She owns her home, but she has property taxes that come to about $273 a month on average. Her phone and cable bill combined comes to $140 a month. She has to have help doing her snow shoveling, her mowing her grass, and other errands around the house. That comes to about $50 a month. And finally, her gas, she's estimates she doesn't do as much traveling as she used to, is about $40 a month. That grand total is $1,165. That means she is underwater. She is in the red by $64 a month. That is before other expenses. Now, she is fortunate that she doesn't have a mortgage anymore. But could you imagine if you had a mortgage and on top of that $1,165 you added another $600, $800, $1,000, $1,200 a month? She has her car paid for, but it's from the 90s. Now that car, if it was in a payment, $200 or $300 a month. Add that on top. She just, it was telling me about repairs. She spent $1,700 fixing her furnace at her home. That's not calculated in all of her other monthly expenses. Car repairs, etc. The bottom line is that $1,101 a month, that essentially is what she lives on, and 1 in 3 seniors live on that Social Security payment every month. You cannot afford to lose, at her age range, over $100 a month. At $100 a month, that's either cutting back on her food, cutting back on her medicine, turning the thermostat down in winter or up in the summer. but it has real-life implications on people who can afford it the least. People like my 84-year-old mother and millions of seniors across this country.